Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are in my bathroom today because I wanted to film a little tutorial on how I curl my hair for anybody who is maybe wondering. This is just one of the ways that I do it, but typically this is like the easiest way for me to do it so far, with it being at this length. As I'm sure you guys have heard, I'm trying to grow it out, so I try to not use a whole lot of heat on it, but today I just needed to do something with it. So yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and curl this hair. So I kind of just start, I don't really do like a whole like systematic way, but I kind of just section it off at my ears and pull that back and twist that up into, first actually, just kidding. So the first thing I usually do, well not every time, but sometimes I will use this Argan Oil of Morocco by OGX. It's a dry oil spray, and I just kind of spray a little bit like into my hand, and I kind of just run that through just the bottom of my hair because I feel like it makes the curls just look a little shinier and makes the different tones in my hair a little more like reflective and more noticeable, so that's why I do it. I don't know if it really adds any protection or anything. I know that like I probably should use a heat protectant, but I don't have one that I like, and I haven't been able to find a cruelty-free one. I used to use Tresemme like back in the day and I loved it, but I cannot obviously use that anymore because they're not cruelty-free. But it seems like every cruelty-free heat protectant is like super expensive, so I don't know like what to do, but I don't know. I don't use heat on my hair super often, so yeah. Anyway, I'm using this flat iron. I think it's like a 1 inch or like 1 1/4 or something. I don't know like who it's by or anything. My sister-in-law gave this to me, so yeah, but any flat iron will do. That's about, you know, this size. And then I just take a piece of hair, not like super fat or anything, and then I just go down and I twist and I bring it down, and then right before it reaches the end piece, like right before it reaches like this last inch or two, I just let it go and I kind of pull it just a little bit just to kind of make the curl a little less bouncy, because I don't want like all of my bottom pieces to be like super short. So yeah, that's what I do. And then I'll do the other one, sometimes going the other way. It just kind of depends. I don't usually do them all like this way or that way. I just kind of do what I feel like would look good. Most of the pieces in the front I curl away from my face, but yeah, it's not really too complicated. So I twist it, and right before it reaches the end I just let go, and then I pull it a little bit. This is super hot, so I'm like, I don't want to go super slow because I don't want to burn my hair, but I'm like trying to show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just gonna do it one more time in the front on this side so you guys can see. So I just take it, curl it away, and then right about here, I just let it go. And that one came out a little curlier than I'd like, but it's like the slower I do it with this flat iron, the curlier they get, so oh well, it's okay. That will get covered up anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of speed you guys up and do some more, and then once I get to like the top, I'll kind of show you guys more of how I do that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm kind of leaving like these front pieces to kind of show you guys more of what I do right here. So I curled everything like behind it, but I'm kind of just leaving these alone for last. So I'm gonna take another little section. We're almost done. My eyes like are watering so bad. Okay. And I'm just kind of taking it like down and like, you know, for the back sections. Twisting that down. So I find that if I work in too big of sections, there's always pieces that I miss, and then I find them later in the day, and that just drives me insane. So for me, it's just better to work in little sections versus try to get a bunch done all at once. That was an awkward curl, but it turned out okay. Okay, so then for these sections right here, instead of beginning to curl them like all the way at the top, I'm gonna start a little lower, about like, I guess like right here is where like the top of the iron is gonna be. And then I just kind of do them a little kind of fast because I don't want them to be like super curly. Like, I don't know, I don't want it to be like super crazy voluminous in the front. I don't know, like sometimes I like it, but today I'm just kind of not feeling it. So the further up you curl and the higher up you like bring the hair as you curl it, the more volume you're gonna have. So I just like to kind of keep mine a little lower because I have so many like oddball layers all throughout my hair that in the end this look looks pretty voluminous by itself and I don't really have to do a whole lot. So I just kind of, you know, curl these ones just a little less. All right, and then we have the last section, and then sometimes there's pieces that kind of just want to fall over that way, so I just kind of let them do what they want. And then this whole chunk, I'm actually just gonna curl, I think I'm just gonna curl it kind of, not all at once, but like I'm not gonna section it thinner than that. Yeah, same thing on this side, I just kind of curl it a little further down. And then I kind of just hold it a little bit and shake off some of that heat. And then on this side, want to make sure you're not really missing any little straight pieces that be obnoxious. And then I'm still kind of curling them different directions because if I curl the whole top of my head just one way, it's all gonna kind of form into one big curl and it's just gonna kind of not look as messy and like it's gonna all kind of just stick together and look like it's one big fat curl, and that's not what I'm going for. So I'm just gonna take like a little chunk from over here and curl it towards my face, and that way this last piece can just be curled away and it won't like blend in with that chunk right there, if that makes sense. So then it just looks like that. I don't know, I kind of like tussle it and like see if there's pieces that I want to be curled in a different direction, because sometimes there's pieces that like curl and they like whack me in the face the rest of the day, and that's straight up annoying, so we don't want that. And then kind of go through, I'm gonna like curl this one just a little more. Make sure there's no straight pieces. I'm looking in like this mirror kind of, because then I can like actually see the back of my head. So if you see me turning away, that's why. Make sure there's no little straight layer pieces right up here, because sometimes those ones don't get into the curl. But like I really like it to look kind of like piecey in the front. So with all this hair getting in my face, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm actually gonna be kind of strange. I'm gonna like straighten this little chunk right down to where my fingers are. Just like that. And that way it'll kind of stay more in this area and it's not just gonna all get like pushed back and then like all my hair is like that. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want it to just kind of, I just wanted to frame my face a little bit more, so that's why I'm kind of making sure pieces are a little straighter. That way they just kind of, can I stop saying kind of? That way they just stay closer to my face. And then if I straighten them too much, I can just go back in and straighten them again, which is probably unhealthy for my hair, but at least I'm not doing it all over, so. And this little guy is a little too straight. it's just kind of going through and like seeing how you like it and exactly what you want to do with it. I think I'm okay with this. So I'm gonna turn my flat iron off now because I think that's all the curling I'm gonna be doing. There's hair all over my sink. I shed so much, like I don't understand. I'm gonna take a little bit of hairspray. This hairspray is like almost empty. It's like plugged up. This hairspray is literally almost empty. But I just spray a little bit into my hand. And I just kind of brush over those little frizzies that you get at the top, because those drive me insane. I totally straightened this piece too much and it's driving me crazy. But I don't really think it's gonna curl any other direction. But yeah, I just smooth over these little pieces up here. And that way it doesn't add like a ton of hairspray up there, but just enough to kind of like weigh those down. So I don't really like using hairspray that much. I used to all the time when I was in ballet, but I don't know, I just don't like the crunchy feeling. Although I know it makes my hairstyles last longer, but anyway, then I'm gonna take just a little bit of this Day 2 dry shampoo powder by Ion. I really love the packaging of this. And I just kind of spray it. I just puff it into the bottom. And it smells so nice. You can use whatever dry shampoo, I just like this one. And then I kind of spray it up in here a little bit, like not all the way up here, but just like to kind of give it a little bit of volume. Because right now everything's looking just a little flat. Alright, just like that. And then you take a little chunk, it doesn't have to be like perfect. And I take a big comb, it can be a little comb or whatever. And I just kind of comb it backwards and tease it just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take a big piece like from back here, comb that down just a little bit more. And of course, like the more you do this, the more voluminous your hair will be, and I do like voluminous hair. I just don't like when the curls are like way up here. So yeah, and then it kind of just looks like this. It's nothing too complicated or crazy, but it's kind of nice to just be able to like take your comb in the middle of the day and just zhuzh it up a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty easy. This hairstyle usually lasts me about probably 2 days, maybe 3. If I go back in and like retouch it, then it can look pretty decent. But also curled hair is a lot easier to do like messy buns with and stuff, so this hairstyle has multiple functions. So yeah, that is how I curl my hair, at least while it's at this length. This is kind of a technique that I've used for a while. If I'm not using a straightener, I will use a curling wand, but right now the bottom pieces are just too short for me to like wrap around a curling wand without burning my neck, so we don't want that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial and that you found it helpful in some way. Be sure to leave it a like and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more hair tutorials or anything of that sort, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.